Hi everyone. This is Hsuan-Ting Chu from Furucombo. Thanks for having me here. And then I know it's a bit like lunchtime in France, so thank you for still attending the talk. So today I'm going to talk about how will aggregator bring the DeFi to the next 10 billion, or maybe we say 100 billion, since DeFi growing so fast. So 10 billion is like a pocket money. So maybe 100 billion will be the right number to speak. And the fun fact is that this is my second year to attend the ETHCC. The first year is last year, ETHCC3. And then when I at the year or when I attend the ETHCC, I think the whole industry is still like talking about what is DeFi, or what can we do, or how can DeFi help people. So a lot of people, or including us, are still trying to figure it out. And at that year, Flash Loan was just introduced by Aave. So I remember during the last ECC, the whole ECC is talking about like Flash Loan, and then so it's real quick because just 1 year later, and then after ECC, we invented Furucombo. We launched the product at the end of March, early April. We have a 4 billion trading volume right now, so the DeFi space really grows fast. But if we have a bigger picture, just don't just look at Furucombo itself. If we look at the DeFi space itself, it's growing even crazier. Like last summer, we call it DeFi summer, and we have a lot of farming. We have a food coin, and then until like this year, we have a lot of animal coins, Doji or something else. So everything began that summer. And that summer, like around June, Compound issued their token, Comp token, and then they have an on-chain governance, like bringing the whole DeFi into next stage. And then at the time, I remember when we are talking about TVL, it's still like 10 million, 100 million. And then when we the whole DeFi industry crossed the 1 billion. Everyone is like celebrating like crazy. Like, oh, finally, we will work on this for like 2 years, and then finally goes to mainstream. At the time, we think 1 billion means mainstream, but right now, you can see from the graphic, we close to like 90 billion at maybe like April this year, and then right now at least the market is not that good, but still we have 60 billion TVL. So 1 billion is compared to 60 billion, 60 times bigger. So the market is really, really crazy. So I think I'm here to talk about, okay, from last year to this year, we have a 60 times bigger. What about next? So today's agenda, I'm going to tell you, introduce you, give you a brief about like what is Furucombo, and then why aggregator is important. I'm not talking about just like Furucombo is important. I'm talking about like aggregator, because most of the DeFi protocol right now, or people paying attention to, is mostly money protocol. And then yes, of course, money protocol is the foundation of the whole system. But I think aggregator will be something big in the next maybe coming months or maybe coming years. I'll explain why. So I'll explain why is aggregator important, and then next is, okay, so by now we have aggregator like this, but what will be next generation aggregator looks like? And then maybe if we have time, I'll give everyone the alpha link. So let's introduce the Furucombo. So Furucombo is born in the hackathon after the ETHCC3 last year. So I remember when I attended last year when I in the ECC, I text my team. I say, hey, I learned a lot in ECC, and then I think we should have an internal hackathon so we can capture some new idea and then brainstorm some new stuff. And then Furucombo comes out. So like Furucombo ECC, ECC is pretty unique or meaningful to us. And then thanks for the invite me to here, and then to give everyone the update about last year we attended ECC, and then what we have done last year, and then until this year. So yeah, the ECC makes Furucombo come true. And second is Furucombo is a platform built for, so what is Furucombo? Furucombo is a platform built for the end users to optimize their DeFi strategy simply by drag and drop. So that means if you are a trader, if you want to build trading strategy on DeFi, if you have Furucombo, you no longer need to learn how to code. No Python, no Solidity, no other coding language. You just use Furucombo with your mouse and then drag and drop, and then you can build your strategy. And even at the time, I think we are the first who can call flash loan last year. Call flash loan without any coding skill. Like you just use your mouse, says, hey, I want flash loan, maybe like 1 million DAI, and then here comes your flash loan. Before Furucombo, you'll have to do a lot of coding. I even attend the Aave workshop to learn how to, start my first flash loan using the smart contract. But after the whole afternoon, I'm still like not very how to make it. I'm not a very good engineer. So yeah, Furucombo give people the power to no code flash loan, building your own strategy. And Furucombo launched last year and at the end of March, early April. Until now, we have more than 4 billion trading volume. And a lot of users, they are coming to the Furucombo to build their own strategy and then execute the strategy like daily. So we capture at least 10K different strategies on our platform by far. And also, a lot of users, they when they come to build a strategy, of course, just like chef, you need some materials to cook, right? So we connected to 15 different protocols in the last year. I mean, like in the past year. So if you go to furucombo.app, this website, we have a menu to list every protocol that we support, including like Uniswap, Aave, SushiSwap, Compound Curve, and a lot more. There's a very long list. And then what kind of function you can use, with this protocol. You can use them like by a single cube. We call an action a cube. So if you want to swap a token from ETH to DAI, you can select the Uniswap V2 swap token, or we have V3 supported. So you can select it. But I think the core value of Furucombo is to assemble different cubes together and then execute those combo or the cubes in one transaction. That's what we are famous for. So a lot of traders, they are using our combo page to build their trading strategy. This is like a super easy one, but I just use this one to give everyone an example of how other people, when they are doing trading DeFi, what they use Furucombo for. So yeah, you can use Uniswap to swap to DAI, and then add the Aave deposit cube to deposit your DAI, getting from the Uniswap to get a DAI in one transaction. So this is Furucombo combo page. You can build your own strategy. But if you are lazy, or you don't know what kind of strategy that you want to build, or you just simply want to know what is popular in DeFi space, you can go to our Explore page. So our Explore page collected and listed some popular trading strategy. We call trading strategy a combo. So we list this strategy on our list, so you can take a look at our Explore page. And even some of our combo, we make a very nice UI for you, so you don't have to see the whole detail of the trading strategy. Maybe you just want to increase your ETH exposure or just manage your position. So yeah, this is Furucombo. So we've been working on Furucombo, this general aggregator, for a year, maybe a year and a half. And we keeps thinking, okay, as an aggregator, how can we push the whole ecosystem or the industry, forward to become to go next level? So how will aggregator bring DeFi to the next 10 billion or maybe 100 billion? Before we talk about our answer or our thoughts, I want to have a core value. So when building product, adoption rate equals value minus friction. So that means if you want to get a higher adoption rate, you need to have a lower friction. You need to remove any kinds of friction when you are building product, no matter it's a DeFi product or it's like a mobile app product. And what kind of friction we have right now in DeFi? Maybe the concept is hard to understand, or maybe it's complicated to use because the interface is bumpy, or maybe the network itself or technology itself is really bumpy, right? When we are trading on DeFi, sometimes we have to deal with the wallet, the trading fee is too high, or a failed transaction, revert, any kinds of stuff. It's like we are like adventuring in a new world. So yeah, a lot of friction, and also maybe not enough wallet support. When I go to A chain, they support this kind of wallet. When I go to B chain, they support other kinds of wallet. So I need to switch between different wallets, and I move my funds. And then maybe slow customer support. When I have this kind of question, I want to ask customer support, hey, how can I solve this? But something they don't have a really good customer support, so the people will chomp, right? And then maybe regulation. Regulation is something that we cannot control, but regulation is actually a friction. So if you remove this kind of friction in DeFi space, and then you will have more higher adoption rate. So we are thinking that as an aggregator, what kind of friction that we are removing, what kind of value that we are providing to our users? So the answer would be application there, interoperability. So this means that we believe everything connects together, and then have to connect it together. And then when we want to transfer from A to B, no matter it's a person to B person or A computer to B computer, how easy to transfer things, it matters. And why we called it application there interoperability is because when we are talking about interoperability, people usually think about, okay, Polkadot, Cosmos, or any like cross-chain bridge, this kind of a network layer interoperability. But today, Furucombo as an aggregator, we are more like a role that communicate within different application. So we are position ourselves application layer interoperability. So why is this important? Let me give you some example. Let's go back to Web 0.0. And by definition, I'm not sure is this the very accurate definition of Web 0.1 or 1.0, but I just give you an example. So don't challenge about this, please. So what Web 0.0 means, we don't have web, we don't have internet. What's that? Okay, I'm not sure. Do you guys know this? It's a desktop. It's a computer, and then everyone is using laptop, iPad. But before laptop and iPad, computer is like this. So this is the computer when I was in the childhood. So I can use the computer to do a lot of things. I can write an article. I can draw a picture. I can code a game. I can build a game by myself. But let's take printing a magazine, for example, because we want to do something. Okay, I want to print a magazine. So I start to write article on my computer. But when I'm going to send it to my editor, what can I do? I can use only a floppy disk. So I need to save the file on the floppy disk and then bring it to my editor in person. And then after the editor edit the whole article with a nice picture, nice layout, and then the person will send it to the printing factory and print it out. So they have a physical magazine. So it's very slow, but it works, right? So everything connects, everything needs each other. Let's move on to Web 1.0. So this is the age that we have internet. So at the very beginning, it's like 56K dial-up modem, or maybe like 28. So this is something like even earlier. So when we have internet, what can internet do? Internet basically connect every computer on the planet if you have the modem. If you have the modem to connect to the internet, and then you can access the world. So you can go to Yahoo. Yahoo is the portal, it's the index page. So you can go to Yahoo to check out, what's happening on the internet, or what can we do with internet? I can send an email, I can watch news, or I can browse a lot of things. You can see it from there as like stock quotes, or like start growing. And after the email, we have instant messages like ICQ. right? So with the OO or MSN, is it MSN 等等, like somehow like this kind of IM, we can send the file, send the message directly, immediately to any of your friends around the globe. So if I have a friend in France, and then I can send the file, I just maybe article, I just write it, and then I can send it. He will receive it like within a second. So everything connects together. But if we have a better interoperability, or connect everything in a proper way, like with the internet, the user experience will be better, and then we can do a lot of things, and the creativity will not be limited. Web 2.0. Web 2.0 is something. It's now. Okay, so we don't spend time here. Like Web 2.0 is where we grew up, or where we build things. Let's move on to Web 3.0. So the 3.0 is DeFi. So DeFi is just just part of the Web 3.0. I believe that everything that will goes to blockchain will go like tokenize the value, and then DeFi. And so in Web 3.0, we just call it DeFi. So in DeFi space, like there are a lot of good protocols like Aave, Compound, Maker, Uniswap. They are all standalone. Okay, I go to Uniswap to swap token. I go to Aave to borrow money or to get interest. They seems like a standalone stuff, but actually they are connected to each other, and then they need to be connected. Why? I'm going to give you an example. So I'm going to give you two examples. So the first example is liquidity mining. So liquidity mining is by far the most popular trading strategy or the event happening in Web 3.0. Maybe we just call it DeFi. I think most of you participate in somehow like a liquidity mining before. Liquidity mining started maybe like last year, summer, and then until now, the liquidity mining is still like growing. So yeah, liquidity mining is a network effect to bootstrap a project by giving people reward. So let's see how liquidity mining happen on DeFi. So first, if you want to participate in a liquidity mining, you need to go to Uniswap or any DEX to swap token, to get a token, the project's token. And then you need to add liquidity to get an LP token. So once you get an LP token, you could go back to the project's website and then stake it. So this sounds pretty simple, pretty easy, right? You are wrong, because you guys are like OG, you guys are degens. Think about if you have a friend who want to join the DeFi and then says, well, what is liquidity mining? I want to earn some money from it. Or your mom is asking you this. Are you feeling headache? Yes, you're feeling headache because you have a lot of things to teach. What is the LP token? What is wallet? What kind of wallet you can use? Should I go to Uniswap? And then what is add liquidity? So a lot of things you have to teach newbie to join the stuff. So if we are going to grow the ecosystem, we need to solve this. I give you so if you are using Furucombo, you don't have to hop between different like website and then what is add liquidity, what is the LP token. You just send a link, send this web page to your friend, and then them to edit the orange part. They just select token and input the amount they want to use. For example, I think most of the newbie will have ETH or maybe USDC. So any token that's can be supported as a beginning. And then there's a green part on the screen. That's our famous feature, which is a chain input. So the chain input is basically, so in this page, what Furucombo do is basically we take your 1 ETH, we go to Uniswap and then say, hey, Uniswap, we want to swap for some combo token. And then no matter how many combo token they give us, we will bring the combo token to add liquidity. After add liquidity, we bring the LP token to your website to stake it. So this is what we are doing behind this. But you don't have to explain that much to your friend. So all you have to do is ask your friend to connect a wallet and then select the token that he want to use and then execute. You don't teach him what is LP token, what is blah, blah, blah. And another example is passive income. So passive income is not that popular or sounds sexy as liquidity mining, but this is something that is very stable and very okay to introduce to your newbie friend. And so first you need to get some token, right? And then you bring the token to Aave to deposit to get a token, interest-bearing token. And then you get a token. Right now you can earn the interest, just one, right? And then in DeFi, we will make sure that the capital efficiency works. So we will bring the A token, add liquidity to Uniswap to get it to earn the trading fee. So right now you have a double income. That's good, right? So you have to go to Uniswap and you go to Aave, and then you have to learn about what is add liquidity, what is LP token. So same, you can still like using Furucombo do the same thing. You just add different cubes on Furucombo, and then make it link together, and then you can execute. And then after you build this, you can send it to your friend or put it on your website for people easier to participate in this. And there are actually a lot more that in DeFi space, which is connect a lot of things together. Because a lot of people think that, oh, okay, I go to Uniswap, I go to Aave, they are all standalone, and then they are not affect each other. But actually, if you go browse your trading history, you will find out that you are actually like manually switching between them. So it's like Web 0.0. You are using floppy disk to transfer the file from the A computer to the B computer to the C computer. That's not very efficient. So if you have internet, you can just send it directly, and then lower cost, and you'll have more time. So you can take a look at what the application there interoperability case in our explore page. So what's next? How can aggregator do? What can we do to improve the experience of the application there interoperability? Wow, so long. So what's next? So we want to. There are a lot of angles that we can tackle in, and DeFi is not really friendly right now, so we have a lot of problems okay, we can solve. But the first problem that we want to solve is the liquidity mining. So why we choose liquidity mining is because liquidity mining is by far the most popular, and then most like when new buy coming, they 80% of them they will participate in liquidity mining. So we want to make liquidity mining easier and then smoother. Okay, so let's see. As a project or as a user, what's the challenge to launch a liquidity mining program or to use a liquidity mining program? So the first, every project, every protocol, they are using different staking contract. Maybe some of them are using Minter, some of them are using MasterShare B2, or maybe they build their own staking contract. So a staking contract is like it varies a lot of version. And what's the challenge? Because for the project team, if they are using their own staking contract, if they build their own, they have to send it to audit in order to not to get hacked. If they are using the Minter, there will be a lot of different things. And then for us, aggregator, if we are using different staking contract, for us, it's like a different DeFi protocol. So you can see from last year to this year, around like 15 months, we only connected to 15 different protocols. It's not, we don't want to connect all of them. It's because connect them takes time, takes resource, and then we have to make sure that it's safe. So it's not possible. It's impossible for us to connect every of them. So if a lot of users are asking us, hey, can you guys support the liquidity mining, or we want to, but every project they have different staking contracts, so it's hard for us to connect everyone. And the second, every protocol when they are launching the liquidity mining, they have to build their own front end, or they don't. If they don't, they will just at least they have to build a front end for the staking part. Yeah, so they have to spend time building something not belong to the protocol or the core. And limited number of reward support. If you're using Minter, only one reward you can use on chain, and then no debt token to remain the composability. So I think DeFi it's famous for its composability and also its capital efficiency. So no debt token, it's not something. I think it's a problem not worth us to solve. So what if Furucombo can provide some kind of service to improve this? So we talk about, okay, people are using different staking contract, and the staking contract, they have limited feature to apply to fit the modern DeFi or the current trend of liquidity mining. And another thing is the front end, right? You have to teach your user to hop between different protocol website, and then you have to write a tutorial guide. So we think if we already have a very good UI, and then our UI is suitable for this, connect everything together, make it easy. You just input one number, and then we take care of the rest. So what's the key part that is missing? It's the staking contract. So we are introducing you the Furucombo Trevi. This Trevi is it's actually a Italian word. It's a fountain. It's Trevi fountain, and then it's in Italy. You go to the fountain, you throw money in, and then make a wish, and the angel will help you to come true, right? So we want to give people this kind of user experience that is so easy. Come here and then throw something, and then they can get something, surprise. So what is Furucombo Trevi? So Furucombo Trevi is basically a staking contract generator. Okay, so you can interact with our Furucombo Trevi system to generate the staking contract you want to use for your liquidity mining program. And then this contract generated by the Trevi is highly integrated with the Furucombo system. What does that mean? That means we don't need to connect you anymore, because when we generate the smart contract, the system is already connected together, just like the standard API. So let's take a look at the Trevi system. So Trevi system has the 3 parts. The first part is the factory contract. So the factory contract is where we generate your staking contract. It's a factory. So you interact with our factory contract and then give them the numbers, your needs, and then we will generate a personalized staking contract for you. And then the second part is the fountain contract. So the fountain contract is basically where your user stake the LP token or whatever the token, which is a ERC20 token, you want them to stake. Okay, so they put money in fountain contract. And the third part is the angel contract. So the angel contract is the place you put your reward in. So you use a deposit their LP token or whatever token you specific want in the fountain contract, you put a reward, and then they claim the token from the angel contract. So this is basically the Furucombo Trevi. So we have solved the, how can Furucombo connect to, different staking contract, and then project team, they don't have to spend time deploying their own staking contract, or they don't have to do the audit. And there's even a best part. So if you use the Furucombo Trevi to generate your staking contract, you are automatically connected to the system. So now you don't have to teach your user how to use Uniswap, how to use your staking platform. All you need to do is just go to Furucombo combo page to build a combo, like swap token, add liquidity to your DEX, and then stake it to your platform. This is just an example. And then all you need to do is just ask your user to modify how many ETH they want to put in, and then click the send. The rest will taken care of by the Furucombo system. But if you don't want to use the Furucombo front end, which is fine, you can still have your front end customized, or you can still build your own. The staking contract is just generated by Furucombo, but it's not owned by Furucombo. It's your staking contract. So you are still own the contract. You can manage them. I can pause them. I can put more rewards in it. So yeah, it's a standalone contract generated by our system, and then highly integrate if you want. And then maybe in the future, because we talk about when user they need to move to other website, maybe they will go away because they think it's too complicated. All right. So maybe in the future, Furucombo, this kind of add liquidity, our combo, we call it add liquidity. We can just have a widget, put it on your website like this, the upper part. They just input how much token they want to put in, and then click, and then Furucombo system at the back end will take care of the rest. So they don't have to leave your website. So this is the Trevi system that what we want to achieve, because we think if we provide a better user experience, and then will help all the project team to have a higher adoption rate, because we are trying to working with you to remove some friction in DeFi space. Here are some more detail about the Furucombo Trevi. So first is open source and is audit. We are we just finished audit the whole system, and then by 3 different companies, and then we will soon put it online, and then everyone can see the source code. And also we support multiple rewards. So for example, we are using Minter in our current liquidity mining program. There's only one reward we can give out. And with the Furucombo Trevi system, we can give it multiple rewards, like 2, 3, 4, 5 tokens at the same time. And there's another way that when we are brainstorming, how can we use the Furucombo Trevi? This is an interesting use case. So let's say if you don't want to launch your liquidity mining program, or you don't want to launch it now, what else you can do with the Trevi? You can go to Furucombo and find, oh, who's using Trevi system? Oh, when they are using Trevi system, that means they support multiple rewards. You can see, oh, they now have their native token and other token. What about I provide my platform token to them? Because their customer, they are our competitor, or they are, we cooperate with them on a marketing campaign. So we can all contribute the reward together on the same pool. We don't have to, divide them into different pools. So you can airdrop your platform token on Furucombo to those users. And when those users get your token, they will be curious about, oh, what is this token? And then they will go back to your platform and then, start to participate in your ecosystem. And okay, so Furucombo Trevi is basically you don't have to ask us. You can just interact with the contract and then to generate your staking contract. And in the future, we want to automatically list the new staking contract that we just generate on the Furucombo. So like as a user, they can just go to Furucombo explore page, and then they can see the latest pool that just created. And then maybe, oh, this pool is pretty new, just created yesterday. In the past, maybe they need to find it on Twitter, but now they can just find it on Furucombo. And as a project team, you have another way to let people know you exist and you are live. But before we go permissionless, I think to lower the risk is very important. So in the past, we can see on the DEX, there are some examples that a bad token put in the pool and then cause some damage. So here we want to manage the risk. The first step is we separate the staking and reward, one token to one contract. So it's not like a lot of token put it in one contract. So even like bad token put it in that contract, it's only like damage that contract. So we can control the risk. And then you can pause and resume your liquidity mining anytime. It's like a highly customized based on the time, the speed, like how many tokens you want to give out within this time period. For example, our liquidity mining program, we have a system 1, 2, 3, and then the dance is different, and then the reward is pretty different. So we don't want the staking contract to deploy and just use for one. We want to you can still use the staking contract. You don't waste the resource. And then last part is my favorite part. Is this is second. So we will have the debt token to keep the composability. So once the user deposits, stake it here, and then they can still put the FTN fountain token generated by Furucombo system, the Trevi system, and then to the Uniswap, and then to get some transaction fee. I don't know. We can still do a lot of things with the debt token. When composability is there, the chance is there. All right. So that's exciting thing, the flash loan support. So when users stake their asset, no matter like how big is the asset or it's like a new token, it's asset, it's value, right? So when they are staking in the system, if we just put it there, they are sleeping. It's no good, right? So in order to give them the higher capital efficiency, I think composability and capital efficiency is something DeFi is famous for. So that's why that's the two basic stuff that we want to hold it. We want to provide it to the community to improve it. Yeah. So flash loan supported. That means every staking contract or every angel contract, your token inside, you can enable the flash loan for other people to borrow the assets sleeping on your staking contract. So this is the flash loan support. So in the future, maybe you don't need to flash loan from the lending protocol or from the DEX itself. And also, usually on the lending platform or on the DEX, flash loan support only like big tokens. But Trevi is like mostly, I think, will be, of course, we all have some big token, but there will be some small tokens as well, since it's a new project, so they need the liquidity mining to bootstrap. yeah, so the Trevi system, the staking contract itself will have flash loan enabled. But again, the Trevi, when they're generating the staking contract, is standalone. So it's the key is yours. It's your staking contract. But just we have the standard API connect to the Furucombo proxy system. So you can leverage our front end to give your user a better experience on the application there, interoperability. Okay. So yeah, this is the Furucombo Trevi system that we are going to launch pretty soon at the in Q3. We will pretty soon launch it, and everyone can start to. If you are a new project, you want to launch your liquidity mining, or maybe you are not a new project, but you want to launch a liquidity mining program, feel free to contact us on Twitter, on the Discord. We can cooperate on this, and then to make some really cool stuff together. Yeah, so we want to provide people when they are trading in the DeFi space or when they are participating in the liquidity mining. I want them just like feeling they go to this Trevi fountain. It's that easy that they feel so relieved and then feel so comfortable, and then just put their money in and then make a wish and something will happen. So this is the Furucombo Trevi system. Yeah. So at last, I want to thank some people since I have still 3 minutes to go. So first, I want to thank everyone who attend here. It's lunchtime, and I know liquidity mining, maybe aggregator, in something like it's not like super famous or some like giant topic about like ETH2 or layer 2, but still, this is some interesting topic that will affect the whole industry. And second, I want to thank the ECC team because you guys are working so hard, and then you organize everything together, and then I can feel that the ECC, no matter it's for the end user, for the developer, or to educate the whole industry, or maybe like outside the industry, you guys are playing a real important role, and then you guys are like putting a lot of people together and inspire a lot of other people like us to get into the DeFi space. So thanks ECC team. And third, I want to thank my team because I think our team works day and night really hard. Everyone think about a lot of things, and then so eager to improve the whole industry. So yeah, thanks the team. You guys are the best. And the final one, I want to thank the community because community without you guys, Furucombo cannot grow so fast. And then without you guys to participate, nobody is trade on Furucombo or propose anything or just chat with us or maybe make a sticker for us. Without you guys, I think we cannot feel like the product we made really improve people's life or really change a little bit of the world. So you guys are so important. You guys are the fundamental Furucombo ecosystem. Remember to watch our tokenomics we just released on our document center. So yeah, that's basically my speech talking about how aggregator will bring the whole DeFi space into next 100 billion. Yeah, this is a great question, and then this worth the master student to write an essay about it for his graduation. So first, I think speaking of the regulation, I don't think that. Okay, so I believe that DeFi needs to cooperate with the government to stay together. and then why we should cooperate together, because we want to provide a better user experience, right? And then if government, like regulator, can come in, work with us, so we can provide a better environment to protect, no matter the user, the service provider, or something else. And also, I think the reason that we love DeFi is it's, when we saw the code, like smart contract code, deploy on the Ethereum, and that will be exactly what the project or what the service is providing. So we call it in blockchain we trust, or yeah. So when we see your code, we can trust you, and then no matter you are anonymous team or you are a team like us, we show our face, show our name, and then we don't. Yeah. So I think no matter it's an anonymous team or like a team with a face, if you before you use their protocol, you can check their code. Yeah, so I think open source is pretty important in this stage. But after the DeFi space cooperate with the government, do we have to like keep open sourcing, or maybe at the time, like normal people, they don't know how to read the code. They can just trust that, oh, okay, this is regulated based on governance. So we believe that the government has checked their code already, something like this. So yeah, regulation, it's a friction for now, but I think in the future, regulation might be, one of the way that DeFi goes, normal people. Yeah. Thank you.